Okay, I think it's recording.
Good morning.
Morning. Small problem this morning. We came away this weekend to do some more nav and mountains. Someone forgot to bring the camera.
It was storm.
I mean, it was storm. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. So we're going to attempt to do this on an old iPhone. So, yeah, this might not make it onto the channel. But anyway, let's go.
We're rubbish at this.
Really rubbish at this. Starting to rain, and we are going to Butter Mountain today.
What's the one? That's
Butter
fun.
Mountain, yeah. So, guess we just keep on going.
I guess so. There's a lot of zigzagging.
Not as zigzags out of the gate. And this route is pretty much straight up
Yeah.
from sea level. Mm-hmm. There is a direct straight up the side path, but we've not seen it. Well,
It's what looks like an overgrown path.
yeah, we did see a really overgrown path. Maybe that was it,
I think it was.
but I think we'll just stick to the main
Not
path.
quite into overgrown.
No. So, we're in Arrochar, going up Beinn Ime. As we said before, Butter Mountain. Story goes they used to make butter halfway up it or something. Should have made butter in all sorts of places, but we're we're gonna head up. We'll get a nice view of the cobbler. Don't think we're gonna bother going up the cobbler today, but it is a lovely looking mountain, so maybe we'll get some shots of that. Anyway, let's crack on. Where are we, darling?
So, we've just come up the zigzaggy bit from the car park. And you can see the Three Lochs Way runs along here. So we've got a bit more zigzaggy up. And then that gives us the point where we can decide if we go that way to go up the south side of Beinn Ime, not quite the south-south-east, and alternatively we can go that way to the Bealach up to Beinn Ime, and then that one that way.
Excellent, sounds good. Okay, well, not sure if you heard that, but the dog is raring to go. She was just whining because we've stopped. And look, there's a marker for the Three Lochs Way. No, the Loch Lomond and Cowell Way. Is that the same as the Three Lochs? We'll have to look that up. Maybe that'll be our October trip. Okay, let's crack on.
Well, all the way up this steep and windy, zigzaggy, not windy path. What I've been trying to do very hard is to match exactly where we are on the track and match the contours to what we're seeing on the track, because I think it's the hardest bit of navigation is when you're in a tree line like this, and it's difficult to pinpoint exactly where you're at because you don't necessarily have the views round about you and the features are just trees. So that I think is one of my areas that I need to practice a lot, is just be able to work out exactly where we're at.
Well, that being said, yes, features are just trees and dog, but you knew exactly where we were.
Yeah, because I was matching the contours.
Because you're matching the
so
contours,
I was like
yeah.
sort of lining up the corners of the zigzags and checking how many contour lines we're crossing at each section and keeping track of it that way.
I'd be lost.
And it's like, it's the kind of thing, like, do you necessarily need to do it because you're on a path and the path you're just following? But when you're in forestry, a lot of the tracks are not actually marked on the map. So there might be little offshoots of paths going off. And I think one of the things that I struggle with, certainly in smaller hill areas, is that the tracks appear much larger on the map than what you'd expect. So this is looking like, you know, quite a big track, but it's not that big a track. You know, where it's marked on the map, it looks more like a Land Rover track, and yeah, you could get a vehicle over this, but it's not what you necessarily associate in your head with a Land Rover track marked on the map. So that's where I struggle, is in forests. Matching what I see to what I expect to see to what's actually there.
Excellent. Well,
Does that make sense?
that does make sense, and I know I'm in good hands. Let's keep going. There we go. The summit of Beinn Ime's over there in the clouds. We're just going to keep going. It's really busy here today. Lots of people. But we're just checking the map. No chance of getting lost. Oh, dog's pulling me along. Catch up later. So apparently these are called the Narnain boulders. People who would work in the hills would sleep underneath them. They're quite impressive.
And they're actually on the map, so they're marked.
And they're actually on the map.
It's quite helpful.
Which is helpful. Means we know where we are. Never a doubt with Fiona doing the navigation. But yes, the hill is super busy. So it's quite a nice day though. So the Narnain boulders. They stick out quite far. Totally see how that would be decent shelter.
Yeah, and there's one right there.
Yeah. Alright. Let's get going. It's the rain.
Gosh, look at that.
Yeah, wow. That's the cobbler up there. You're starting to see the definition of it. And the rain's coming in.
The shape of it, eh?
Yeah, you can just see it. It's quite a lovely looking hill. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
I'm a bit happier now that it's got a bit of a breeze and it's cooler. It's a wee bit too hot.
And a bit rainy. Okay, let's get going. Okay, here we are where the path splits to go up to the cobbler. Stay to the right to head towards Beinn Ime. Ime is of course Gaelic for butter. Beinn Ime blaster means that butter is tasty. I might take that back at the end of the day. Alright, so we're you ready?
Yep.
Let's go. There we go, that's our first proper view of Beinn Ime. Right up there. Don't know if you can hear me, it's very windy. That's it. And we were just thinking, it might be roll o'clock. That's, I think, the summit. Oh, the sun must be up in the clouds still.
Yeah. It's like 1,011 meters.
Got a wee while still to go then. Alright, we're...
From here we've got about another 400 meters
Yeah.
of ascent.
Alright, well we are just crossing over the top of the Beinn, and we'll look for somewhere for roll o'clock before we push on for the summit. doing, darling? Wow, it's really windy. Look, you can hear me at all. Bath is great. I've got gloves on in the middle or end of July. It's quite a chilly wind. Let's crack on. How you doing? It's quite a pull, but it's not hard. So it keeps coming and going. But quite enjoying it. It's definitely not a difficult climb. You just take your time, so it's not running. But quite enjoyable. Like everybody. It's okay. There we go. There we go. Storm. What are you doing? Storm wants a roll. Fiona's getting the rolls. It's a very, very busy man.
It's very busy.
Very busy.
We keep stopping to let people go past, but then there's more.
Yeah, that's right. But, well, it's so close to Glasgow, you know, it's an hour and a half from
that's
Glasgow.
it.
So.
Plus, I think the weather here is less severe than in other places.
Although, coming around that corner over there, it was super
Oh,
windy.
yeah, but in other places it's much worse. The wind is much higher.
Anyway, roll the clock, and then we'll push on to the summit that I think is only 20 minutes away. We're right close. Let all those people get off the summit first. Cool.
So we just come down from the summit. I was like so busy. We literally just touched it and left because I was just so busy. And people sitting all over it.
Yeah, there was people there with their packs open, spread all over everywhere. I tripped over somebody's bottle of honey while trying to stop the dog from eating their packet of flatbreads. And then afterwards, they did clean up after themselves, but you know, bottles of beer. And it sort of reminded me of Loch Lomond, except when we did Loch Lomond, it was sunny. Because, you know, top of that one, same thing, it was a big party. So anyway, we did it. It's actually a lovely looking summit.
It's a shame we don't see the views because
I think the views would be really spectacular. So anyway, we're going to head down. I think it's very windy. We're actually quite cold for late July. Dog's happy. She's just keep. All right, let's go. That's us about halfway down. Butter Mountain. I think when it's not busy, it'll be a beautiful mountain, but today was just a lot of people inconsiderate. So that's a bit of a shame. But anyway, yeah, we're about halfway down. We're at the Miela. Over there is the Cobbler. Over there is the Beinn.
you didn't want to show it.
There's the Cobbler. That's the Beinn.
I don't know what comes next.
Comes next. You tell us. You've already probably seen what the track is. Oh, we'll check in with you shortly and let you know what we do. Okay. I think the weather's just suddenly started jumping up and down again, second day today. But I also just checked the time. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't think we've got time to go up and over Beinn Ime. It's too soon. To be fair, it wasn't ever our plan to do that. The plan was Butter Mountain. Butter Mountain is done. That takes us to 60.
Yep.
And next week, we're going away for a whole week where we're going to try to do a whole bunch of sites. I'd say stay tuned, but we might post these out of order. So the next video you see. Yeah, we've got a few queued up. So you want you to be able to hear this. All right, bye. Leave it storm. Come on, leave it.